Esty.
To follow up on that question, is it responsible for the city of Montgomery to continue to bring thousands of people in when, even though these weren't related, it wasn't related to anything, you still have a Ferris wheel right around the block from where this happened?
Yeah.
And we have low numbers of police officers that are doing the best they can. I understand that, but 5 officers, you know, for an area that large, it seems like a low number. I mean, do we need to not bring events like this into the city until we have more officers?
I'll let Chief get to the manpower issues. I'm not sure how many people are normally down there on that shift at that time. But no, I think the city of Montgomery, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We're a city that, you know, really has tremendous pride in what we do. And, you know, I didn't get a chance to go out to the fair yet. I was looking forward, I am looking forward to getting out there, but I go out there every year. And the thing that I'm always impressed about from the time I was growing up here is what the Kiwanis Club does for so many people, not just in our city, but in our area. And I say that because the fair is a big part of bringing in funds and revenue. And that's a big operation that our police department and sheriff's department and so many folks work hard on year round. And to have that along with Alabama State University's homecoming, to have that along with, you know, having dignitaries in town for Huntington College's presidential investiture, to have that along with the Morehouse Tuskegee Classic is something that our men and women in law enforcement are trained to do. They are committed to doing. And I think for them and our partners, there's been a great amount of collaboration with our partners in law enforcement and also the community. We've had retired law enforcement officers point out things to me and tell me different things, and it's great. I've had people call and text me who are retired to talk about things they're seeing in their neighborhood and their community at an event. So we always have additional eyes and ears when we're doing things like this. And I think when you have the type of working relationship that's not transactional, that really is about working with our Capitol Police, our Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, that's also working with our federal partners, because we're in constant contact with them, I think it makes these type of events certainly not only possible moving forward, but I think it encourages us. The fact that, you know, again, I know that the number you mentioned that she brought up before, you know, these are people who, listen, this could have been much worse. These are people who have no regard for how many law enforcement officers we have. They're that type of individual. And I think for us to have the sheriff of our county here, to have our police chief here, again, it shows a collaboration. It shows the working relationship that we have, that doesn't matter about jurisdictional roles. To have our city council, our county commission partners here, doesn't matter. We all live here. We all want to see this community thrive, whether it's a concert or whether it's a race on the river, whether it's a 5K for charity. It doesn't matter. We want to see those things take place. And I feel very confident and felt confident going in to this weekend that we were more than prepared and that we were ready to handle just about anything that would come up. And Chief and I probably talked several times throughout the week, several times on Friday, and then a couple more times even yesterday about just kind of where things were. And I want to say this. The act of one or two individuals, kind of back to your point, doesn't cloud the entire community. The community has been great. The community has been helpful, has been outgoing, very, very supportive across this city. And we commend them for that, and they have responded. You've gotten some of the messages I've gotten to not approving and not liking what's happening and not going to settle for that as well. They're as angry as we are. And I appreciate that, because they understand what we're doing in this city and in this region, and they understand what so many folks around the walls and those that are here in our community do to try to bring events to downtown, to other parts of Montgomery, so that you can unwind with your family, you can unwind with your friends, and you can invite people here. And I want to say this, and I'll let it Chief give final remarks on the Manpower thing. If what happened here only happened here, I might be concerned. And although I'm concerned about why this happened, I know enough, and I talked to enough mayors around the state and enough mayors around the country to know that we all deal with it. It's our worst nightmare, probably, short of a law enforcement officer or a first responder having something serious happen to them. No one wants to have the term mass shooting affiliated with their community. And we all talk about that consistently, about how you prepare, how do you plan, and then how do you respond. And I think the fact that we put so much time, effort, and energy in that not only helped us within 2 hours corral some people who they don't have some ties to this. They have some ties to something bad that happened. I can promise you that. They're not just innocent bystanders. That preparation helped with that. And I would dare say the courage and the bravery that some of our men and women showed in terms of even transporting people to get medical assistance also helped because of that planning, preparation, and response. So I think we're more than capable of being able to handle events like this and others. We've done it with Buckmasters. We do it with the Salute the Veterans Bowl. We do it with concerts. We do it with other events here all the time with the help of everybody that's in this room. And I'm proud to be able to work with all of them in various capacities to get those things done. And we'll continue to do that. We aren't going to let one or two bad apples spoil the bunch. We're going to find those that are rotten, and we're going to get them the hell out of here.
I'd like to address something here, and I want to clarify it. When I was stating that there were 5 within, you could say, walking distance, that number did not include the folks who also responded in their vehicles. As the mayor just alluded, we had one officer who was so quick on the scene, he was transporting a victim before, you could say, even the ambulances got there. The response was so quick, okay, we were taking people into investigative, you could say, custody a short distance away. Okay, while I can't tell you how fast I got here, I know I got here pretty fast, and this response of our units and our officers, this was not a manpower issue. We had plenty of manpower. We had darn ALEA out there, ATF, other federal partners, Sheriff's Department. I mean, we had a huge response on this, and a very quick response. But something you got to understand with these types of situations, when you know how fast a magazine can be emptied out of a handgun, an automatic handgun, that incident might have only taken 1 or less than 60 seconds. So this was an issue, and one thing I think we all have to be aware of, and I think we don't need anybody misinforming the public, this is an issue of the individuals who pull those triggers. They pull those triggers. They hurt those people. That's who's at fault in this, and that's who we're going after. And we can't let, as a community, as a police department, as law enforcement officers, we cannot let anything sway us or distract us from that purpose. Our response on this was very timely, and we brought a lot of force to bear. But when you have these many individuals get shot, and you have this type of crime scene, you have to do everything right, because you only get really one chance at that prosecution. And we are going to do everything we can. And we are thankful to all of the law enforcement partners who showed up last night, who are showing up today, and who are helping us, because we are utilizing, like I stated, every resource. And I'm proud of my detectives and the work that they are doing. I have full confidence in their abilities. And I am so thankful that we can work together as a team to go after these bad actors. But do not forget who's responsible for these shootings. And it's the people who pull those triggers, not just here, but anywhere, but that's who's responsible for this.